The story of human flight is one of the most ambitious, daring, and revolutionary chapters in our history. For thousands of years, people looked at the birds in the sky and dreamed of soaring through the air. Ancient civilizations imagined flying chariots and even designed early gliders. But it wasn't until the 20th century that this dream finally became a reality. The true birth of aviation began with two American brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright. On December 17, 1903, in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, they built and flew the Wright Flyer, a small wooden biplane powered by a 12-horsepower engine. The first flight lasted only 12 seconds and covered 120 feet, but it changed the course of human history forever. For the first time, a machine heavier than air had achieved controlled, powered flight. In the early years after the Wright brothers' success, airplanes remained fragile, slow, and experimental. They were made mostly of wood, cloth, and wire, and could only carry one or two people. Speeds rarely exceeded 40 miles per hour, and flights were often bumpy and dangerous. But inventors around the world immediately saw the potential. By the 1910s, aviation pioneers were building stronger biplanes, and soon airplanes found their first large-scale use in World War I. During the war, planes evolved from simple reconnaissance tools to powerful fighting machines equipped with machine guns and bombs. The era of the fighter pilot was born, and heroes like the Red Baron became legends. After the war, airplanes began to take on a new role, not just as military machines, but as tools for transportation and connection. In the 1920s and 30s, aviation boomed. Companies like Boeing, Douglas, and Lockheed began developing larger, safer airplanes for passengers and cargo. Air races and record-breaking flights captured the public's imagination. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh made history with the first solo nonstop flight across the Atlantic Ocean in his plane, the Spirit of St. Louis. Just over a decade later, in 1939, Pan American Airways launched the first transatlantic passenger flights, making the world feel smaller and more connected than ever before. The outbreak of World War II pushed aviation technology forward at lightning speed. Engineers developed faster, stronger, and more powerful aircraft. Bombers like the B-17 and B-29 could fly long distances, while fighters like the Spitfire and P-51 Mustang achieved incredible speed and agility. Perhaps the most revolutionary invention of the war was the jet engine. In 1939, Germany launched the world's first jet-powered aircraft, and soon Britain and the United States followed. Jets could fly faster and higher than propeller planes, setting the stage for a new era of aviation. When the war ended, commercial aviation entered its golden age. In the 1950s and 60s, airlines introduced jet-powered passenger planes like the Boeing 707 and the Douglas DC-8, making air travel faster and more affordable. Suddenly, a journey that once took weeks by ship could be completed in hours by air. Flying became glamorous, with stewardesses in stylish uniforms, fine dining in the sky, and a sense of luxury that captured the imagination of millions. The Concorde, introduced in the 1970s, even made supersonic passenger travel possible, flying from London to New York in under 3 hours. Over the following decades, airplanes became larger, safer, and more efficient. Wide-body jets like the Boeing 747, often called the Queen of the Skies, revolutionized air travel by carrying hundreds of passengers across continents. Airplanes transformed from luxuries into everyday necessities, allowing people to visit family, explore new cultures, and do business around the world. By the 1990s and 2000s, modern aircraft like the Airbus A350 and the Boeing 787 Dreamliner introduced advanced materials, quieter engines, and better fuel efficiency, making long-haul flights more comfortable than ever before. Today, airplanes are marvels of technology. They are built from lightweight carbon composites, powered by engines producing tens of thousands of pounds of thrust, and equipped with computer systems that assist pilots with every aspect of flight. Modern jets like the Boeing 777X and the Airbus A350 can travel more than 9,000 miles non-stop, connecting almost any two cities on Earth. Air travel is safer now than at any time in history, with millions of flights every year and an incredibly low accident rate. Airports have become global gateways, and airplanes have shrunk our world into what feels like a single neighborhood. But the story of airplanes doesn't end here. It's still being written. Looking to the future, aerospace companies are exploring electric planes, hydrogen fuel cells, and supersonic jets that could bring back faster-than-sound travel. Concepts for flying taxis and fully autonomous passenger aircraft are being tested. NASA and private companies are even working on spacecraft that could one day blur the line between airplanes and rockets, carrying passengers from New York to Tokyo in just a couple of hours. When we compare the fragile Wright Flyer of 1903 to today's high-tech airliners, the progress is staggering. The Wright Brothers plane could only carry one man for a few seconds, while today's jets carry hundreds of passengers across oceans at nearly the speed of sound. In just over a century, airplanes have gone from dream to daily reality, transforming travel, commerce, and culture forever. The history of the airplane is more than just a story of machines. It's a story of human ambition, creativity, and courage. Every innovation, from wooden wings to jet engines, from the Red Baron's dogfights to the quiet hum of a Dreamliner, represents humanity's determination to conquer the skies. And as we look forward to electric, supersonic, and even space-traveling planes, one thing is certain: our journey in the sky has only just begun.